Hey there, friends, it's Hannah here, and I'm going to talk a little bit with you about um, a tip or a few tips to help stop the defensiveness reactivity cycle that so many of us find ourselves in relationships. Um, I know for me, I sometimes even get defensive. I've been known in the past, like it was a hot point for me, sensitive point for me. Um, if my husband or someone I was close to would say something in a tone that I didn't like. You may have heard me talk about this before, that even for us sensitive people, even a tone that's somewhat critical or judgmental or something, we can take personally. It can kind of go in and hurt us, and then we'll react with defensiveness, right? And so one of my teachers, or teachers, Byron Katie, says defense is the first act of war. So what oftentimes happens is when we get defensive, our partner will then react off of that defensiveness, right? They'll be like, and then you'll go like, and you'll just get locked into this war, this little battle between the two of you. And so one of the ways to stop the defensiveness reactivity cycle from happening is if someone says something critical that you take as a little bit of an attack, to actually pause and consider how that could be true about you. Now, what needs to be in place for this to be easy to do is a sense of, appreciation for who you are. Like really knowing that you are good as you are. Like, and really being connected to that sense of worth, right? To the fact that you are a worthy human being as you are. And it's okay if you're not perfect, right? Because then we're able to take someone's judgment of us and look at it, right? See what might be true from it. And even then say, and this is one of the things I really suggest, a communication tool that I suggest using is, oh, you could be right. As soon as you say that, the other person has nothing to fight against anymore, right? Oh, you could be right. They're not going to get all mad at you for saying that they could be right. So I really suggest just trying that little tool out and seeing what happens if you are willing to consider the other person's point of view and tell them that they could be right. And then see what was freed up inside of you. Like recently someone wrote me this very unkind email, and my first reaction was to get defensive, and I wanted to attack back, and I chose not to. I sat with it, and instead I was able to think about, like, how could what she be saying inform me, right? Instead of being like, she's mean, she's bad, like what's wrong with her, or what's wrong with me, like maybe this is true, this is all terrible. I was like, some of what she said could be true, and I'm strong enough to know that I can handle this, and that I'm good, even if she thinks these things about me. And I can take her words and consider the truth that she might have to offer me and learn and grow from it. And that really freed me up to have a much more kind interaction with her. And in fact, she just disappeared. She never even responded, right? Because I didn't spar her on to have more battle with me. And I took some good information away from that. And now I've been able to learn and grow and become an even better human because of it. So if you have any questions about that, if you're like, yeah, I get that, but I don't really feel deeply worthy or really appreciate myself, then there's some work there for you to do. And if you love the phrase, or if you try out "you could be right" and it works for you, or if you're interested in learning more phrases that can really help grow your understanding and connection in your relationship, I have put together a whole resource packet, or it's a guidebook called the 7 Most Powerful Phrases to Deepen Connection in Your Marriage, and I'll put the link for that below, so go ahead and grab that. But that's just an easy tip to try out. Just trying it, you could be right, will help you diffuse that cycle of reactivity so you're not battling each other, and so that you actually can learn and grow from your interactions with your partner. All right, I'll talk to you soon.